Coming up on today's episode. Good day, YouTube. Here with you at the, I shouldn't say at the bench. I'm in my closet. I'm coming out of the closet this morning. And like I say, I'm here to put some items on the screen for your perusal. And if you want to make an offer on these items, then I'm perfectly happy with that. As I alluded to in the previous video, there will be no comments on this video. They are turned off. If you have something that you are interested in and wish to make an offer, please be aware that best offer will be accepted on these. I will give it, I'm going to give it maybe 5 days for people to have time to watch this. And at the end of those 5 days, I will, contact the winning bid, and we will get together on the shipping cost. Again, buyer pays shipping cost. It will be as cheap as I can get it. I don't plan, and none of this stuff is worth priority mail and things like that, I don't think. But again, if you have a preference, I'll use that. I don't care. That's like I say, you're paying for it, so if you want it shipped in a padded box or whatever and stuff like that, we'll do that. Again, up to you. So like I say, let's get started here. Let's see if there's anything else. None of the items are guaranteed. Now, it's one of these deals where if it is working, then it worked when it was put there where it's at now. And things happen. Anybody that fools with electronics knows that what works today does not necessarily work tomorrow. But they were working, and I think I've got videos on my channel of them working, and so as such, that's the only thing I've got to go. In other words, I'm not going to hook these up and test them all out. This is a best offer scenario. There may be an item or two that have a minimum offer, because of the value of the item. So that's about that. Now, like I said, this first, I'm going to try to keep this as simple as possible, because I made a mistake last time I did something like this of offering too many things, and I was overwhelmed with it. So I'm trying to keep this to a minimum type of thing, and so hopefully we can get that done. And so that's that. So without any further ado, and we do have a do, let's get on with the items up for grabs. Alright, first item up on our hit parade of stuff I want to get rid of. This is the ICO Model 377 audio generator. It is sine and square wave. I bought this some time ago, back when you could find bargains on eBay. And I got it at a reasonable price, and I kind of always wanted one of these, I thought. Of course, things change, and this was the way with this one after I got it, and I started getting other stuff to make a smaller bench, in other words, a more compact bench. This just did not fit the profile any longer, and it does works well. I believe I recapped it. I'm not really sure. I'm going to try to find some footage of that on my videos. But anyway, I know it does work. It goes up to 200,000 hertz, I do believe, in 4 bands on there. And it has a decent output, and like I say, if nothing else, it's a really decent case. I mean, if you didn't want the audio generator, but it does work. So there you go. That's number one, and I will be numbering these so that make it easier on your bidding or whatever. So this will be number one, item number one on the list. So there you go. Alright, here is item number 2 up for grabs. This is a BK Precision solid state model E200D frequency generator, and anybody that doubts the quality of this unit can watch my video. I will try to put a link to that where I demonstrated this for Bill, and the sine waves on this were pretty much right on the money on all the bands. So very pleased with the way this thing performed. Not really sure exactly. I'll try to put the specs on the in the post and put it up on the screen so you can see. But I think anybody that that messes with signal generators and things like that are familiar with this model. It's a good one, and this one does work. It does have the external added frequency counter BNC there, that you can hook that up directly to a frequency counter, and it is hooked up in a manner that it was outlined in the there's a file online for these that tells a lot of mods that you can make, and I use that that information to add this to it, and it takes the RF off before the attenuation and things like that, so it will give you a good steady readout on the frequency counter. So that's a pretty good deal. This is item number 2, by the way, if you didn't know that. But like I said, this is I probably will put a minimum on this, because this is a good piece of test equipment. I know it's been good. I don't use it anymore because I do have the HP digital frequency counter now, and or frequency generator now, and I don't really need this. And plus, I have on the other end of the bench, I'm going to have my BK 970 analyzer, which also has a RF oscillator, generator, whatever you want to call it, in it, and it works. So really no need for this anymore. I actually have 2 of these. The other one I haven't finished rebuilding. This one has all the caps changed in it. I also put a new line cord on it, 3-prong, and it's the computer type that's got the plug removable cord type thing on it, and I think that's the cord for it right there, I believe. I don't know if you can see there or not. Yeah, you can see it. But anyway, it is in such condition as it is. The knob here on the center is a little crooked. I don't know how if you can tell that on camera, but you can see it does when you turn it around. It attaches really good, solid, but it's crooked. When I glued it, I apparently didn't get it glued straight, but it is good. You know, it is on there good, and it won't fall off. I think it is missing one knob up here, I see. I've probably got that somewhere around here for it. But anywho, that's the second item up for bids. And again, let me clarify again that there will be no comments on this video. They are turned off for any kind of offers that you wish to make on these items. You'll have to email me. Again, email is in the description below. Same one I always use. And like I said, that's number 2. So let's move on to the next one. Alright, item number 4 is the Heathkit Model T4 signal tracer. Bill had asked about this, and yeah, okay, Bill, I am going to put it up for grabs. I don't use it. It's been sitting at the back of, well, a bunch of other stuff. It was in front of it. It does have the probe for it. I did redo the connectors, you can see, to a BNC, so the probe is removable, but it does have a BNC on the end, and it is included with it. This was one of the first pieces that I've done on my channel before I really got into doing stuff, you know, like this. And like I said, as the first one, it's been a while since I did this, but I replaced the capacitors, and I also had to do some other work. I forget now exactly what it was. Maybe replaced one of the tubes. I can't remember. But anyway, it does works well. I've used it many times. And this was basically the model for our BDST signal tracer. I wanted something that was as sensitive as this one is, and we did achieve that with the BDST. And like I said, it doesn't. The BDST doesn't have the noise generator that makes it supposedly easier to troubleshoot. But I've never ever actually used that, and never had no desire to use it. So it is in pretty good condition. I mean, it's not perfect. It's not like brand new, but it is a decent little signal tracer. And again, it does work. Everything, like I say, works as far as I know. This is item number 3 for those who keeping count. And like I said, this will be open for bids as well. No minimum on this one. Like I say, give me your best offer. And of course, again, all items that are up for grabs here, or whatever the best offer is, plus the shipping and handling for it, you will have to pay. So if this went for $20, shipped for $8 or whatever, it'd be $28. So that's basically what I'm saying is, it's how it works. So like I said, it is what it is. These things are just things I'm trying to get rid of, basically to make more room in my shop. And you'll notice most of these have been bigger things. Now this is the first smaller thing. I also have a BTVM heath kit like this, same size, and I think it's going to be on a later sale. I'm not going to put it on this one, but again, I think it will be on a later sale. So it's a good one too, and I don't know if you can see it right there. The probe is laying right there for it. So anywho, that's that. I think the rest of these are going to be basically cases, cabinets, whatever you want to call them. And we're going to try and put a few of those on here and see if there's any offers or anybody's interested in those. So let me do that next, and we'll be right back. Alright, next up on our number 4 here is, get this out of the way here so you can see, this is one of these Chinese metal plastic cabinets that they sell on eBay. This particular one, I started to use it. This is the what I did to the front panel, and you can see that's the holes I drilled, all of the holes, and there's room for 2 round meters in it, basically like that. And here's the back side. As you can tell, it's not been altered at all, so it's there. This measures about 10 inches wide, about I'm gonna say close to 6 inches tall, standing on the feet like it is, and probably about 7 inches deep. That's an idea of what I used. My scale only goes up to 6 inches, so I estimated the rest. But like I say, that's about what it is. And this obviously is, the screws are included. As you can see, they are screwed together. Now the screws for the front and back are probably in the box somewhere where I found this. But they will be included if I can find them. If not, they're not that big a deal. They screw into the plastic there, and they're pretty small, as you can see by the thing there. But that's what this looks like. Now, it does have ventilation on the side. Let me turn it around a little bit. There you go. You can see the ventilation. That's on both ends like that. So, turn it around the other way. You can see there. Ventilation on both sides like that, and it's a decent case. I forget what I gave for this, but it wasn't cheap at the time, I don't think. But again, these are these little cases they make great project boxes for whatever. Again, they are mostly metal. The plastic pieces in the front and the back basically just holds the front and the back on. So like I say, the rest of the metal parts screwed to the plastic, but like I say, it's a solid cabinet. It's not a cheap cabinet, and so there you go. That's that one. That would make a good little project box for somebody, and that's number 4? Pretty sure that's number 4. 4 or 5, I can't remember. I'll put the number in the. I'll flash the number up on the screen on all of these, so that you'll know exactly what they are and which item you're bidding on, or making an offer for, however you want to say it. But like I say, I want to try to find the heat kit case that I want to get rid of also, if I can, and we'll put that up next, so stay tuned for that. Alright, whatever item number is, you'll see it on the screen. This is the Heathkit VTVM IM13 case that I talked about before in the last video. Again, you can see it has got holes in it, but it's easy enough to cover those up and put whatever you want in there if you don't want to, use it for its intended purposes. It does include the handle if you want it. It's not a big deal one way or the other for me, but you can see, get that out of the way real quick, it is complete, and like I say, it's got the top and the bottom, and it fits together there. Like I say, it's a complete case. I will try to find the screws for it. I think I have most of the ones. There's, I believe, 6 screws, 3 on top, 3 on bottom, that hold it together. And like I said, this is, again, I bought, I don't know how many of these. I've got, I think, 3 or 4 of these. And at one time, I was going to put one together and do this and do that. Well, I've got a night kit, the better one. It's the one that Mr. Carlson did the restore on. It's at, I can't remember the number offhand, but KG 615, something like that. Anyway, it's actually a better, got a larger meter, which I like, and I'm eventually get that done. I started working on that some time ago and never did get it finished. So, like I say, this one is just taking up a room, and I really don't have room for it. And like I said, like there it is in all its glory. Again, empty case. So let me open it up and show you the inside. Here's what the inside looks like. You can see that's the, again, you can see 3 holes on the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and that's what it looks like. So that's that part. Let me look at the other part. You can see it too, and that's the way these kits were made. And there you go. That's what it looks like. That's both top and bottom of it, and there's what the inside looks like if you want to see that. But there you go. That's what it is. And whatever item number, like I say, I have on the screen, and that will be that. I think that's where we're going to wrap this up. I think that's enough for now. If you see something that you liked, think you might be interested in, again, I'm kind of going by basically the low offer or low price on eBay. So just like the on that signal generator, that B&K, that thing, I don't think there's very few low ones, but that's why I had to put a reserve on it. But like I said, is what it is. And again, this just helps me, and if this works out as I hope it will, and I get rid of most of this stuff, then I will do a part 2 for this and get rid of more stuff. Perhaps some radios this time. There's radios in my collection that I really either don't want, or I bought it in a moment of weakness. You guys know how it is when you get on eBay and you see something and you feel, oh, I might like to have that. So again, it's not a big deal one way or the other, but I just have a few things that I'd like to get rid of, because they take up space, and having something that I'll never ever use or display or whatever you want to call it really doesn't do me much good as far as having room for newer stuff that I want to do. And also I'm in the process, and I don't know if I've mentioned this before, of moving my shipping station into my room. That's well underway. I've got a lot of that done in there already, and once that goes, then all my kits for our BDEK business will be in there, and I already have some shelves planned for that to where they'll be stored in there, and there won't be any parts left in here because they really don't belong in here other than when, you know, we're doing development work, things like that. But like I said, it is what it is. So you guys, like I say, appreciate you watching. And again, one last time, there's obviously the comments are turned off. You notice that. If you have something that you are interested in on this, send me an email. The email address is in the description below, mosslack@gmail.com. Very simple. It's one I've always used ever since I had this channel. And like I said, send me an offer, and I will get back with you. And I'm not interested in getting a lot of money because I just want to get rid of this stuff. It's just my primary goal is to do that. And like I say, so unless there's a minimum bid on here, a minimum offer, then I just want to get rid of it. The one that I think I only had one that had a minimum offer, and that was the signal RF signal generator. And I believe that was the reason for that is obvious, because they go for a premium. But again, like I say, that's it. You guys have a great day. Thank you so very much for watching, and we will see you.